Hey everybody, it's Corbett Lunsford from the Building Performance Workshop. We are in Georgia at the Tiny Home Builders Workshop, learning to build tiny homes. Now you might wonder why we care so much about tiny houses, and it's because we're planning something. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, they're building 2 walls, because obviously in a 2-day workshop you can't build an entire house, but we're learning all about the electrical and the plumbing and how to live in a tiny house and all of the kind of minimalism that's necessary. And this would be the finished process. This is the tiniest tiny house that I happen to have ever seen. This is a 12-foot trailer. We've got storage around at the front, and let me show you that real quick. So this is a peaked roof style, which they have extended with dormers to make it as high as possible and roomy at the top. We've got some storage on the outside here. This would be where your water heater would go, and the propane tanks would also go out here so that you can be as off-grid as possible if that's your goal. Cedar siding, something that we might not be planning for, since minimalism in maintenance is also something that's really exciting about a tiny house. So the exterior is beautiful, obviously, and on the inside, it smells great. Is the first thing you notice about this place. It's all built out of wood that's not off-gassing anything except for the nice wood smell. So it really is nurturing when you step in here. Nice ladder up to the second floor. Now this is something that most people are not doing with tiny homes nowadays. Ladders have gone by the wayside and most people are doing stairs. We've got the sink right here. There's no real room for a sitting area in here, unfortunately, the way that it's so small, and this is something that is a struggle with very, very tiny homes. There is an air conditioner, and that's important in southern climes because of moisture, not necessarily just because of cooling. If you're going to have any home in the southeast, you're going to need an air conditioner just to dry stuff out so you don't have mildew everywhere. The ceiling height here for the loft is about 6'10" or 7 feet tall, which is more than I need necessarily. Generally, you're looking for about 6 inches above your head. And the bathroom is right back here. We have, as you can see, a tiny fridge in the meantime and a microwave, which does draw a lot of power, and if you're going to be off-grid, that's probably not the best idea. So we're in the bathroom right now. I am in a shower that's huge. I don't need this much room. So that's kind of interesting. This is the biggest shower I've ever seen in a tiny home. And we've got an actual flushable toilet. Ventilation fan, important. Window, optional. Cool for light. Obviously there's no electricity in the thing that we're in right now, so all of the light that you're seeing is natural. And up the ladder is the sleeping loft. So at Tiny Home Builders, there's something else that's really cool aside from the workshop that we're at right now. Come on outside. You can see over here, there's a big patch of land, and those are 2 trailers that are being worked on as part of an incubator project that Dan Luche, who's the founder of Tiny Home Builders, has for anybody who wants to build. So you have access to the tools, you have access to the land, you can build it and not be bothering people because we're out kind of in the middle of nowhere in Cumming, Georgia. So that's the incubator where other tiny homes are being built by people who are not related to this workshop. It's super cool to just have access to all this stuff. So tune into the Building Performance podcast because we're going to have an episode with Dan about this whole project and about the dynamics of building these kind of houses that have to withstand earthquakes and hurricanes at the same time. Kind of an interesting project. Stay tuned also for more videos here about building performance in general and building performance as it relates to homes that have to withstand hurricanes and earthquakes. I'm Corbett Lunsford. Tune in next time.